But Mocha and Billy Tattoo. Okay, so we're just walking through.
This Puerto Rican was a pioneer and Afro-Latino dad. Arthur Schomburg was born in San Juan in 1874. It is believed that in his youth, a teacher claimed that blacks had no history or accomplishments, motivating Schomburg to prove otherwise. He moved to New York in 1891, where he became a figure in the Harlem Renaissance movement. His 1925 essay, The Negro Digs Up His Past, is still widely read today. Proud black man and a proud Puerto Rican, Schomburg coined the term Afro-Boricano. Over his lifetime, Schomburg collected art, literature, slave narratives, and other artifacts which documented the African diaspora. His collection was brought by the New York Public Library and became the Schomburg Center for Research. Today, the center remains an integral part of the Harlem community, and it has visitors from around the world. Tep to the servant leader scholars of Sankofa Freedom Academy Charter School. And your response is Shem Ho Tep, Dr. Mayat. And now it's time for the magic question. Sankofa, how y'all doing? Fantastic. Terrific, great, all day long, bum, 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 all day long, bum, 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 whoa. Now, it's time for the morning libations. We ask that you all please stand strong, please stand firm in the firm Angalea. We first ask for permission from an elder to begin. Permission has been granted in advance, and now we will begin the morning libations. Ashe. First, we pour libations to the gift of life, love, and learning, and we say Ashe. We pour libations to the gift of the earth, air, wind, and fire, and we say Ashe. We give thanks to the elements, we give thanks to the earth, Ashe. We pour libations to our ancestors who marched out of Africa, Ashe. We pour libations to those ancestors who gifted the world with humanity and deep thought, and we say Ashe, who gifted the world with civilizations, and we say Ashe. We pour libations to the mighty nations of Africa, Ashe. We pour libations to the kingdoms, empires, civilizations, queendoms, and we say Ashe. We pour libations to Niger, Nigeria, Chad, Sudan, Ethiopia, Somalia, Democratic Republic of Congo, Angola, Namibia, Zambia, Malawi, those nations named and unnamed. We pour libations to the Yoruba, the Zulu, the Hausa, the Dogon, the Dagara. We pour libations to Kush and Kemet. We pour libations to those nations named and unnamed. Ashe, Ashe. To Queen Mother Hetep-Ferris, often called the Queen Mother of the Pyramid Builders. She was wife of Senefru, and it is her children and grandchildren who built the Great Pyramids. To Queen Hetep-Ferris, we pour libations and we say Ashe. Ashe. We pour libations to Queen Tia of the 18th dynasty of Kemet, Queen Mother Queen Tia, who helped stabilize the nation. We pour libations and we say Ashe. To Queen Nzinga of the Angola-Congo area, to Queen Nzinga, who fought against the Portuguese, who declared her kingdom, her queendom, to be free land to any Africans who escaped from the Portuguese enslavement and war. To Queen Nzinga, we pour libations and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Our mothers who had to endure slave raids and who had to endure long walks to the dungeons of West Africa, to those mothers who endured in the slave dungeons of West Africa as they were taken through doorways of no return, never to see their loved ones, their land, to be stripped of their culture, to be stripped of their language, and to endure a strange passage into a strange land. We pour libations to our ancestral mothers and we say Ashe. To our African mothers who fought, who died, who sacrificed in the Middle Passage of slavery, the Ma'afa. We pour libations to those mothers who fought in mutinies. We pour libations to those mothers who sacrificed their lives and jumped overboard on slave ships. And we say Ashe to those mothers who fought in mutinies on slave ships. We pour libations and we say Ashe. To Teresa de Benguela of the Mato Grosso state of Brazil. To this Quilombo leader, this military leader who fought in wars against slavery and chose to commit suicide instead of accepting the chains of slavery. To Teresa de Benguela, we pour libations and we say Ashe. To another of our queen warrior mothers, to Dandara dos Palmares, queen of the Palmaristas, who fought in wars for the freedom of her people. To Queen Mother Dandara dos Palmares, we pour libations and we say Ashe. To Queen Mother Revolutionary, Queen Nanny of the Jamaican Maroons, Obeah Priestess, who had hundreds of Maroon warriors under her leadership, who also established Nanny Town. To Queen Mother, Queen Nanny of the Jamaican Maroons, we pour libations and we say Ashe. Let us give a libation to our mothers in the abolitionist movement, those who fought against slavery, named and unnamed. Ashe. To our mother, Queen Harriet Tubman, who never ran the train off the track and never lost a passenger on the Underground Railroad. To Harriet Tubman, we pour libations and we say Ashe. To abolitionist Mary Ann Shadd Cary, African American Canadian, who was a journalist, educator, anti-slavery activist. To Mary Ann Shadd Cary, we pour libations and we say Ashe. To Sojourner Truth, who said, "Ain't I a woman?" Her words still ring true today and show relevance to Black women and women suffragists. To Sojourner Truth, we say Ashe. To the great Black women, our mothers who continued their brave fight in the Reconstruction era, who continued to fight for the rights of African people, African women, and women in general, we pour libations and we say Ashe. To Ida B. Wells, to Mary Church Terrell, Callie House, to Mary McLeod Bethune, those named and unnamed, known and unknown, we pour libations and we say Ashe. To our mothers of the civil rights movement, the protest movement, the radical era of the 50s and 60s, to those women who did not receive their due recognition, but without them there would have been no movement. To Ella Baker, to Fannie Lou Hamer, Septima Clark, to Rosa Parks, those sisters, those mothers, named and unnamed, known and unknown, we pour libations and we say Ashe.
My name is Mama Tawana, and I am the coordinator of Special Education Services at Sankofa Freedom Academy Charter School. I would like to call the name of Sandra Smith. Sandra Smith was the founding member of the Student Organization for Black Unity at Greensboro's Bennett College, as well as an organizer for the African Liberation Support Committee. She was a community organizer for the Greensboro Association of Poor People. I want you to remember Sandra Smith because she truly reflected the slogan of her times: women hold up half the sky.
Let us take a moment to pour libations to the ancestors in our personal families. I ask that you please call their names. I pour libations to Mama Nettie Mae Williams and Papa Frank Washington. Ashe. Please call the names of the ancestors in your personal families. Ashe, Ashe. We pour affirmation to the leadership of Sankofa Freedom Academy Charter School. We pour affirmation to Mama Tony Lower School, Sister Marika, Middle School, Ashe, and we pour affirmation to Sister Tamika, the upper school coordinator. We give thanks and we say Ashe. We pour affirmation to our COO and co-founder, Brother Issa Clark. We give thanks and we say Ashe. And we give affirmation to Dr. Mama Aisha Imani, founder of Sankofa, executive director of Imhotep. We are thankful for her guidance. We are thankful for the work she has done to build the institution of Sankofa. To Dr. Mama Aisha Imani, we give affirmation and we say Ashe. Accepted with all good intention, Ashe. We ask that it is not offensive, Ashe. We ask that this libation is understood as a cultural and educational practice of Africans in the schools and African people, Ashe. We ask that you go forth in the footsteps of your mighty ancestors, Ashe. And we ask that the unborn may one day walk in your mighty footsteps, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. And now it's time for announcements and recognitions. The principal of the month is Heshima, and Heshima means respect. Sister Alex would like to recognize Vaughn Fleming for impressive focus, determination, and hard work as an exemplary student. Sister Joy would like to recognize Marquand Reed and Jenna Jones-Little for self-determination, Kugi Chagalia, and Kuumba creativity. Keep up the good work.
We are the servant leaders and intellectual warriors
of Sankofa Freedom Academy Charter School.
We shall always remember the sacrifices of our ancestors.
Those who were taken from their land and those whose land was taken from them.
Because we stand on the shoulders of the mighty people,
we shall build mighty shoulders for others to stand.
We pledge to develop good habits of the mind, body, and spirit.
We pledge to continue the legacy of the freedom fighters before us.
We understand that we exist because others have made it possible for us.
Because others have made it possible for us,
we will make it possible for others.
every day and everywhere.
We shall learn so that we can teach, and we shall teach so that we can change the world.
We are
Sankofa Freedom Academy Charter School,
working to restore excellence in scholarship,
culture, and community.
One heart,
One love,
one earth,
one people,
Harambe.
And now it is time for the moment of silence. The moment of silence is used to reflect on the day. The moment of silence begins now. Ashe. Stay focused, stay determined, and continue to live life with purpose.